Hey guys, how's it going? Jay Sensational here, welcome back to the channel. So it's your typical Tuesday night. I'm listening to the kind of music she doesn't like. Okay, we're gonna skip that part. It's a typical Tuesday night and I'm sitting scrolling through Runeterra.ar looking for decks to play for you guys. And I stumble upon this deck that, while it's nothing new to the scene, surprisingly shocked me based off of its win rate alone. And that's going to be ASHE LeBlanc, the Frostbite Noxus Freljord midrange deck. And I was surprised by its relatively decent performance. It had like a 53% win rate. You know, the best decks right now having around like a 55, 56. And the worst decks, you know, under 50, whatever it may be. So being in the middle of the pack was honestly pretty surprising. And so I wanted to try it out for myself and see what it was really like, because I think it does perform quite well into the Papercraft Dragon decks that are pretty popular right now, especially like the Renekton Akshan or the Riven Fizz deck, which are two Papercraft Dragon decks that a lot of decks can't deal with. But where this deck can deal with it is its ability to freeze at burst speed. So cards like Flash Freeze, cards like Brittle Steel, even cards like Iceveil Archer just are really, really good at stopping these decks in their tracks. And you also have cards like Trifarian Glory Seeker, which most of the decks just don't really have good ways of dealing with. Maybe they're on Pokestick, but also decks that where Trifarian Glory Seeker is really good, the decks that it's really good into, they can't really deal with it. And so you just have a 2-mana 5/1 challenger that can just pick off these opponent units, like the Renektons, like the Ruin Runners, like the Rivens, whatever it may be from the back line. And it's very difficult for them to stop it. And if they try to, you have cards like Elixir and Troll Chant as well. So this deck does pretty well into those. There's a lot of Demacia decks out there as well, which case you have cards like Calling Strike and Reckoning to really, really ruin those days. If you do want to tech a little bit hard into decks like Scouts or whatever it may be, I would recommend like a second copy of Reckoning, because that's really the blowout card in those specific matchups. But right now, I think this deck is geared a little bit more towards those Papercraft decks. You have 3 copies of Flash Freeze, you have 2 copies of Brittle, and you have a 3 Sisters thrown in there as well. Other than that, I mean, this deck has remained very similar throughout the sands of time. You do have a few buffs that recently have been added. Trifarian Glory Seeker now a 4-mana card, which is pretty cool. Nothing too spectacular there, but it does help when you're trying to curve out a little bit more, because when you do get to the late game, you're dropping like 1 or 2 cards down. And if you can curve this card a little bit earlier with another card in this like turn 7 or so, that does help out a little bit. And then Hearthguard as a 5/6, just a little bit chunkier on board, helping you to block and trade a little bit better. But overall, minor relative changes. Again, this deck I think is pretty decent right now, especially into the meta, rather than it being a particularly strong deck, because it still does have its weaknesses: weaker to burn, weaker to go wide strategies, and weaker to any sort of aggressive slanting styles, and potentially very, very slow SI control decks. But overall, I think this deck has surprised me in its relatively well performance. So check out some of the games I have for you guys and enjoy. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow with Jeopardy Thursday on the YouTube channel. Should be a fun one. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, guys. Take care. I'm curious to see how this is doing. I mean, the ladder stats like was pretty decent, but I had to try it out. It's probably a really bad matchup unless you draw Reckoning, right? Whenever attacking on odds will like get excited. Moved up to my 4th favorite streamer. Hell yeah, we take those. I still think this deck is like not the hottest, but I am down to have my opinion changed. Although I should have won last game. Not using the Flash Freeze. I don't know. It was interesting. I'm really glad that I at least considered pre-Flash Freezing, because there was at least some thought behind it. But friendship was not on my mind. Although that was really cool. I really like that line. Or at least like the thought. The line I obviously didn't even take, but the thought was cute. Having a elixir of iron is good. Prevents like the get excited onto the Ashe. He plays like Aphelios. His turn is a little bit slow, and then he can't like dust pedal out a like one of those later on. Like he can't dust pedal out a whatchamacallit, winding light. So we do need to be a little bit careful. Do I plan on making a season lineup video? That's an interesting one. I don't even know if I'm playing this season. Which is the awkward part. I've been like checked out for so long that I'm not sure if I want to play this season. It's gonna be interesting because it's gonna be the first season that I decide to not play. But if I do, I will probably make a video on my lineup. Yo, Korean Mastermind, thank you so much, man. 4 months, Prime Gaming. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for resub. Hope you're having a lovely evening. But that's just sort of where I'm at. It's a little bit interesting. It's an interesting conversation. Or is it interesting? I don't know. You guys can let me know if it's interesting. Am I playing Fab instead? I've actually also just like taken a step back from Fab. Because I've been focusing more on like Runeterra content that I haven't really played much Fab either. And like playing Fab in real life is a little bit how should I say? It's been a little bit it's a little bit harder to like it's been a little bit hard to get into than I thought it would be. These are scary, but it's not like you can dust pedal out a winding light, right? Saying a break from competitive? I'm not sure. I've been saying that. I obviously don't take like the seasons as like hard as I used to. So I've definitely already been like slowly stepping back from it, but not playing in it is a little bit different. Like I can like clearly play in like a season if I chose to. I just like don't know if I'm up to it this time around, and maybe I'll have like plans as well. But like this is a season I'm like a little bit less sad if I miss. It's a little bit strange because generally speaking I played in every seasonal since its existence, and it's been kind of tiring, honestly. It's a lot. Bane, what's up, buddy? Oh, are you guys talking yourselves? Fair enough. Haha, 1 mana 5/5. Imagine paying 4 mana for a Viktor when you can slam a 1 mana 5/5. Can I level Ashe here? No. So I use 1 get excite, I go down to 10. I have a flash freeze. Health is a resource. Bane, what's up, buddy? Yeah, season is definitely like really hype. I think, especially like if it's like your first couple times playing it, it's a really cool event and all. But I'm kind of like trying to like I'm trying to reevaluate where I stand in Legends of Runeterra. It's definitely been focusing more on content, but at the same time I've been focusing on like a lot more non-gameplay related content, because that's sort of the direction I want to be heading in. So there's all these like weird like things going on that I don't really know how to like handle very well. So there's a lot going on, sort of. Oh, I could have like flash freeze the level Ashe, huh? Oh, no, I couldn't. One off. I'm oh man, I don't know where the words end, but thank you. What's up, buddy? Goal playing the game as low as possible. Unironically, somewhat true. That statement has some element of truth behind it. Like, It's interesting. I'm in an interesting spot in my lifespan in this game, or I don't hate the game, but I don't obsessively love over it, and it's like kind of weird spot to be in for sure. Okay, double flash freeze. You can go cry about yourself. We just play LeBlanc, flip LeBlanc, and then we win. You're looking for an Annie and Ember's card group. Ember's card group. I'm not sure if I fully understand your question. Can you rephrase it in a way that's more understandable? Oh, this is such a blowout, dude. Holy moly. I feel like a discussion video on like just I guess that headspace could be interesting. Ember's card group. If you can, yeah, if you can just rephrase your question. I'm not sure if I fully understand it. Troll champ, pow. Oh my god. 4 mana, draw 6. It was interesting. I don't really know what happened to make it like fall off the map, but apparently Annie TF was better. I do think Annie TF is better than Annie Ezreal though. I feel like it's almost a straight up upgrade. Ez got gutted. Oh, that's true. But that deck fell off before Ez got gutted. That deck already fell off before the changes anyways. And I think that deck is the deck that got the least impacted by the Ezreal change. If we're talking Annie Ezreal and the Ezreal change, like that was close to irrelevant. Like he got 8 triggers so easily. Not irrelevant, it definitely like matters, but definitely a lot less than I think most people would think. That's really annoying. I do want to save this. I think this is worth saving. I'll probably just elixir this trade. Yeah, BBG hit rank 1 a long time ago with it. Relatively speaking. And then it was really popular for like a little bit of time after that. But then it like definitely, ooh, that's unfortunate. But then after that it definitely like went down. Alright, what's up, buddy? I'm doing pretty good. Just in playing the game, having a good time. Playing some ASHE. There's a lot of Papercraft stuff roaming around, and this is definitely one of the decks that does supposedly do well into it. Darkness is really bad in the meta. I don't know, like Darkness just disappeared. I think Darkness definitely struggles a lot with the decks that are good right now. Unless like, you can definitely like tech it, say like put in Ruinations for like the Bard matchups. You could like put in Withering Whales for like the like any sort of like Winding Light matchup. You could like stress testing against like the Papercraft stuff. I think as far as like decks go, I think that the Darkness deck probably has the best utility to be teched into most of the meta. The only downside is that it's hard to tech into a lot of things, and at a base level it's definitely gone weaker over time as well. So it's hard to like really say. I don't even need to freeze this here because he's not attacking. And if he does want to attack like with an exhaust or something like that, I can like troll chant just a pop and then set it up for a freeze. This deck doesn't run Friendship, I believe. I don't recall seeing any versions of this deck with Friendship. Advice for a first time seasonal. Oh, congrats, buddy. Really like Sorry, I like brain farted. That's really hype, man. Advice. So there's obviously the lineup advice that I could give you. You know, like the classic. Check your like lineup, make sure you have like a solid ban target as well as a group of decks that you feel fine going into. The most important thing will be knowing what you're comfortable playing against and what you want to ban. So as long as you have that in your head as you go in, that is probably your first priority. After that, I would just like get a relative gauge about what decks to expect in the meta. I think if you want to check out Boulevard on either YouTube or Twitter, he posts these videos where it's like the tournament text that just goes over like the general expectations for what decks you might be expected to run into in the seasonals. And I think that's like a pretty decently useful tool as well that you can use. Then after that, that's pretty much like the basis lineup part without getting like super like complicated with it. Oh, interesting. I could save it. Is that worth? Should I have like Ice Shield Archered this turn? I have two. I kind of want to save this Yeti. I don't know if this is worth. We'll see. And then there's like the real life stuff, you know, just to make sure you get some sleep in. Make sure you're playing at a reasonable pace so that you can like have a little bit of break in between rounds. Just keep your mental up. It's gonna be a long day, especially if you want to make it all the way. But best of luck to you, man. There's a lot of resources out there on like the Master Runeterra website. I think Akedo does a lot of great things on his channel and Twitch as well. I'm sure you've heard of these guys, hopefully. But that's just like the general starting area. I can recommend to you some like lineup coaches if you really want to like get invested with it. But outside of that, I'll just keep it broad and high level. How does he give that overwhelm? He can't, right? There's no way for him to give that overwhelm. Am I tripping? I don't believe so, right? Am I tripping, guys? Because like his Akshan's not leveled, so you can't Absolver it. He obviously doesn't have mana to Absolver it either if he does flip it. So this is just like taking some damage. I'm gonna incentivize him to attack with it because I want to kill it. So I'll flash freeze this, incentivizing this attack. And then I'll flash freeze to kill it. Why do you do it on Akshan? I think he wanted to spread out his threats. Although I think in his position, it seemed a little bit... leave on Akshan though. I could. I think that's also fine. But I don't want him to like level his Akshan either and draw a card. Like I don't want to give him the level up either. I need to try to spread out his threats because like, he knows from my perspective I can answer one target really easily. The chance of like answering a second target, you know, just drop off. Ooh, that's a good pull. I'm still gonna flash freeze it. I don't want to give him the level up here. And it protects my Yeti. Unfortunately, I don't get to kill his Akshan, but it's still fine. I think it was relatively okay play from his side. Like, it's hard to like just commit both things to the same target without putting yourself in like too bad of a spot. So I don't hate it, but from his position, it's hard to like even like try to play around anything. It's very hard to put yourself in a spot where you can play around anything. And I think that's like, if I freeze, am I killing him? I'm dealing 4 wide. I don't want him to like sandstone charger. I'm just gonna force him trade. Like from his spot, I don't know if he can play around a freeze, but maybe he could. And also, if he doesn't have units, I just don't care. So I could get shafted if his last card is Rune Runner, because I don't have way to pop Spell Shield. But if he like develops Rune Runner, I can just Ice Sail and buy myself a turn. Monarch, what's up, buddy? Crazy Raptor, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it, man. Hope you're having a lovely... What day is today? Someone remind me. Tuesday evening. Oh, sorry, Aditya, thank you for follow as well. Appreciate it, guys. Alright, so the board dies. I should be fine. I'm gonna save the freeze. Because, like, if he plays Rune Runner into Papercraft next turn, I get a freeze, and then I win. So, like, that should be no problem. So say he, like, predicts Rune Runner here, or, like, whatever, Renekton, another unit with Overwhelm, and he slaps Papercraft onto it the following turn. I just have the Ice Fill ready. Like, even if it is another Rune Runner. That's not a Rune Runner. I still need a unit here. Okay, there's the Renekton. I'm just gonna wait. He's pretty forced to, like, go in this turn. But this might be Riot Negation. Like, if he plays this, he can't Riot. So there's, like, a reason for him to pass back. Ooh, interesting. Feels right. Should I have passed? Because if I Ice Veil, I can still calling if he, like, does it. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know. Well, I mean, that's not gonna work. What's the best line? I need to, like, kill 2 units, ideally. So, last card, maybe it's Shapestone? I don't know. I'm just gonna Calling Strike the Renekton, and then we'll figure out the rest. Because I do want to kill him next turn. But I want to figure out what this card is. I don't want to, like, randomly play into, like, a... I don't know. Like a Shapestone. And then, like... Okay. Commits last card. Beautiful. Oh, that's the wrong target, buddy. Okay, we're fine now, then. Okay, cool. So now that we got his last card out, we should just win, unless he top decks Wallop. Which case, we should just play the next unit we draw. So if we draw a unit next turn, we should develop. Pokey? Yeah. So if we draw a unit, we should develop. If we don't draw a unit, there's not much we could do. Unfortunate. So he gets out. Shot on turn 2 against Sculptor is, like, really key to beating scouts. Outside of that, just, like, bigger Demacia decks as well. So historically, it's been, like, Pantheon, Sivir, Akshan, and other things that have bigger challengers, that have... This matchup is horrendous, though. That have, like, ways to, like, deal with, like, MF and things like that, or just, like, outscale. Oh god, we're so dead. At least Nightfall doesn't lose these aggro burn decks, huh? Damn. Please, draw me a playable unit. Maybe you should have kept Reckoning. I think that's way too much copium. Okay, I think that's enough. Reckoning is way too copium. You just need a 1 or 2 drop. There's no way you're keeping a 6 mana spell. That's not coming back into the game. Do we just hard lose Taliyah Ziggs? I don't quite know. Curvestone? Any Curvestoners in the chat? Hard stuck in Diamond right now, just 2 wins from Masters, you're stuck in D3. Oof. That sucks, man. Main deck mark? No, the marks were generated off a Conchologist, but the crumble was main deck. You got it, man. Just keep at it. It's not really much, like... As long as, like, you have a 50% win rate... Oh, that's a fantastic card. As long as you have, like, a 50% win rate or higher, Like, you'll get there with time. It's sort of easy to get like demotivated if you like go on a little bit of a loss streak, but just know that, like, you know, your journey to Masters is gonna be just a little bit of a climb, or a little bit of time. Just keep at it, stick on it, don't get demotivated. That's really all I can say. I would love to play ASHE here, but I can't protect it. And if he just like Rite of Arcanes me, I'm kind of sad. Actually really sad if he Rite of Arcanes me. Should I like Allen pass here? I think this pass is terrible. But the upside is so fucking fat. He can't do it through a troll chant, right? I have 5 cards in my deck that just fuck up a Rite of Arcane. Okay, I didn't think so. That's still very awkward. I still can't attack. It's fine, we just draw 2 next turn then. It's fine. We spent our 4 mana, we developed. We're just gonna amass a board state, and then we should win overtime. Oh! We're so good at this game. Hitting the Omen Hawk buffs on like the Assessor is so bad. It's so good. The Rite of Arcanes will probably just Fury. But it does tell him I don't have like Troll Chant or Elixir, which is a little bit unfortunate. And it is quite mana intensive. Hopefully it gives us action and we can develop this and then draw Troll Chant. But then at the same time, if we play this, okay, beautiful. He takes out the thinking from, he takes out the need to like think about what I need to do here, which is phenomenally fantastic of him. I didn't want to think about it anyways. Hey yo, buffed Ashe, let's go. You should pull here, pull this, yep. Good job, buddy. So the awkward part is he's gaining a lot of like advantage here. Like all these value trades I just can't deal with unless I have Reckoning. Like these are just unfortunate for me. Ooh, okay. This is I think a lot better for me than it is for him. I think in his shoes he should do it the other way. Sick of turn 5 Winding Light. Turn 5 Winding Light is absolutely disgusting. I could just level Ashe here, right? But now I don't want to like Rite of Arcane. I want to like attack and then get this like Brill trade off. You Rite of Arcanes after I can choose like 3 sisters. I get turn 5 Winding Light. So either you play 2 Dust Petals, or if you're playing Sketcher, you can Moon Silver Dust Petal. It's really, really cool. What should I do? So I play this, I get an extra card draw, but then like he could like Rite of Arcane and I feel really bad. I think I'm just gonna do this and I'll get the Brittle off. I think that's like the best line for us. I can get a value trade here. It's not cool. It does suck, but if you're the one playing it, you feel so good about yourself. Like I think one of the coolest part of that deck is like knowing when to save like the Dust Petal, because you could just like Dust Petal out like in Aphelios, but when you save that Dust Petal to Winding Light, oh, you feel so good about yourself. Yeah, there's the Rite of Arcane. Oh, it's not even a Rite of Arcane. Let's go. Trapper. I'm just gonna take my time to draw 3 cards. I need to find this Troll Chant. This Troll Chant is eluding me. We have a second Ashe, so it's like whatever now. I think this is fine. Like he just cannot deal with these Glory Seekers ever, right? Like these Glory Seekers just gonna farm him. Look at our hand. Triple freeze, double calling. Sheesh. Should we just call now? I don't really care about this guy. I don't care about anything here. Next turn we have 7, 10 mana. I can always triple freeze. Keep banking and triple freeze. We'll just keep our mana up, be flexible. Oh, there's a troll chant. Let's go, baby. What's up? What am I? How you doing, man? I'm trying to decide what deck to craft next. Any suggestions? Use something to work with. What do you like to play, and what have you played? And I can try to give you a recommendation from there. So let me know what you've played and what you like to play, and then maybe what you want to play. If you have a group of decks, I can try to recommend. If you have, like, I don't know, just give me something to work with. Really? What? How do you win this game if you do that? Just do that. Okay, fair enough. I guess you're not winning this game. So I could freeze now just to draw like a arrow next turn, which is interesting. I'm not gonna need arrow because I could just like burst flash freeze anyways, but make a field promo Teemo deck? Yikes. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to the guy in the chat. The Kalakuchi. The Kalakuchi. Do not feed his temptations. So even if you're like Riot of Arcanes, I can just slam another Ashe, which is why I like to pass here. I don't need to play this. If I can keep Ashe up, I can just open attack and end the game. He could like say Absolver to like force out some blocks, but if I'm forcing out blocks, I should be fine. Played back in beta release, hit Mastered Love as Karma Zombie Ashe. Ooh, that's kind of annoying. Been playing a Jinx, Bard, TF Annie. Most patches tend to like control decks better, but I'm okay with playing any sort of playstyle. Honestly, like, one of my favorite decks is the Winding Light deck. So if you haven't, like, at the very least tried it out, I would recommend it to you. Because it can play, like, control-y, but it can also play very tempo-y, which I really like in a deck. That would be my personal recommendation. But you're obviously free to, like... So he's dead, right? I don't need to pre-commit the freeze. I could pre-commit the freeze on like Taliyah. Force out an Absolver. If he Absolvers, I can just calling. I guess it's fine. Can he silence my Ashe somehow? This is the Viktor version. It's not gonna make a big difference whether or not you play 3 Zoe, 2 Zoe, 1 Vi, 2 Zoe, 1 Viktor, 2 Viktor, 1 Vi. I don't know what the combination is nowadays. It's really not gonna make a big difference in the grand scheme of things. But I guess like whatever's like most accessible would be fine. Second Absolver? Second Absolver would be a big investment. I guess he wants to save Ziggs and kill Ashe. Fair enough. That's fine. Like, we have a freeze. We're not really worried about anything. What else would I recommend? I think I like Fizz Riven personally. It can play very combo-y and very tempo-y. I just like tempo-y combo decks. That's like my hotspot. That's like my favorite thing to do in this game. I just love like anything tempo combo-y. So like my favorite decks are TF Nami, Papercraft stuff, Winding Light right now would be my picks. I want to like play like some random like Viktor Shellfolk stuff. Sure. Do I care? I don't know if I care about this Taliyah, but whatever. Is Ashe the answer? Ashe is a meta pick. It's not the answer for the meta. It's the answer for very specific things within the meta. But it's going pretty well right now. I don't know. Yo, Dabbler, what's up, buddy? Thank you for follow. Appreciate it, man. What's Ashe good against? Ashe is good against the Papercraft stuff. Generally speaking, it's gonna be good against Demacia decks. What does this have? Okay, that needs to like be answered. So good against Papercraft, good against Demacia, good against, what else is there? Good against Papercraft, good against Demacia, good against, I guess, Taliyah Ziggs so far from what I've seen. Yo, Monty, what's up, my homie? Thank you for the raid, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Hope you had a good stream. Yo, Otav? Sorry, I can't pronounce the name, but thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Got a Nightfall Copium, I'm on the Ashe Copium. Well, my Ashe Copium is winning me games, so there's at least that going for me. Against Scouts? Scouts, Demacia. Against Scouts. If you want to be good against like more of the swarmy things, you're gonna need to like put in like another Reckoning or so. Right now this is a little bit less geared towards like more swarmy things, because there's only one Reckoning. Bring Viktor Shelf out. Unironically, might not be that bad. It's interesting. This is gonna suck when he plays like a turn 2 like guy. I really do not want him to play a turn 2 like, oh man, Catalyzer. So I'm gonna like try to mulligan for like an Ice Veil Archer. I don't know, this mulligan is a little bit suspect. I don't quite know what I'm doing here. Oh, Brittle Steel, phenomenal. And Culling Strike. Okay. But I don't want to like Brittle Steel like a stupid Catalyzer and not be able to kill it. No Catalyzer. Fuck. Okay, it's fine. We'll let it get one hit. Unless I Culling Strike it. Ah! Oh, I really want to Culling Strike Veigar. Don't attack. Just don't attack. Just don't attack, buddy. Is this worth the Brittle? You know, it might actually be worth the Brittle. Because Ashe has 3 health. And 3 health dies to a 2+1. It's such a bizarre play. I don't know. Why are Ashe decks going off of bloody business? I think Ashe right now is only strong because of freezes. Like, you're not playing Ashe to like strike things. There's much better decks to do the same thing. Basically hard counters Akshan Renekton. That is indeed one of its purposes in the meta. I think it just does generally okay into Papercraft decks. Outside of that, you can probably beat up some mid-range shenanigans. I always forget that this card is 4 mana. Mark of the Isles. Oh baby. Do I freeze it again? I don't know, because now his Darkness deals 3 and that's kind of a problem. His Ashe just dies to Darkness. Yeah, this is a problem. Wait, my Ashe is like flipped. Wait, I can flip my Ashe. What the hell? That's a good draw. It's a really good draw. If I can like draw 2 cards with this next turn, that'd be pretty good. You can't like kill Ashe at speed here, unless there's some like rumble shenanigans. That's not even that good. Okay, so Ashe dies in the trade. This was like the downside to like developing. I was just thinking to myself, what kind of punish is there to like developing, and I forgot about this card. That's on me. Do I just send it? I'll probably save Ashe back just to get an extra draw here. Doesn't die? What do you mean? It's only 2 out of 4. This is really weird. It's showing this, but it's only 2 out of 4. Like, I don't think this animation is correct. Like, this flashy arrow thing looks really weird. So like, if these Sennas, you can just freeze calling. That's... What? Who in their right mind is running Solari Sentinel? Ah, unfortunate. What if I had a troll chant here? You just like cry? Oh man. Oh, I could have like went to level Ashe. Maybe I should have played this turn differently. That's on me. I think this turn could have been better if I just like ice failed plus freeze. What if I had a troll chant here, buddy, and you just like 2-for-1 me and then you just spend 2 mana on a darkness? God damn, dude. That's unfortunate. We're just gonna lose our board here. Not enough we could do. This gets me the rally, but I have no board after that. Yeah, this is kind of awkward spot. Him getting a 3 mana 3 damage darkness was really bad. And I could have played this turn a little bit better with like just ISO freeze level Ashe. And then we have like alternate ways of dealing with it. Should have freeze on that LeBlanc attack. Maybe. LeBlanc attack. Yeah, maybe. It's hard to say. Or maybe it's not so hard to say. Maybe I'm just like bad at this game. It's a good draw. Victory requires a sharp blade. Because we're likely to be outgrinded here unless like we draw another assessor. You know this playlist? I believe this is the Sessions Diana list. It's like a free trade. We're gonna try to preserve our board the best so we can like tactician them in the future. So we're just gonna try to grind here. What? Brother, oh my god. I'm actually getting scammed here. I need to like use my... How does he hit a second Mark the Owls against the Frostbite deck? Like, hello? That's... Okay, another Ashe. We're chilling.
Gonna be a long night. I'll put on some coffee.
Bro, who plays that card? Oh my god. Okay, we're still grinding, guys. We're still grinding. Trust. Trust, guys. We're still grinding here. I need you guys to believe in me, chat. I need some believers. I need some trust that we can make it through this dark times. Oh wait, we're out of calling strikes. That's really not good. Because now we can't kill a champion anymore. Okay, this lives, yup. Okay guys, we go Crystal Arrow into Incisive Tactician. and he doesn't have Vengeance. Is it safer to entomb this? Because it ticks down on my next attack turn. I'm gonna entomb my Asher. On to Karina Transposition. Transposition actually got nerfed, so it doesn't work like that anymore. If you use Transposition on a reduced card, it's gonna give you the discount for that reduced cost, which is unfortunate. Oh my god. Okay, we're chilling. We're actually chilling here, guys. We're chilling. We're actually not in the worst spot, maybe? That only deals 4. Darkness only deals 4 here. So he can't kill my Ashe yet. So it only deals 3 now, but he's using it face. So next turn he needs 2 darknesses, which is, well, it's within the realm of possibilities. That's a really decent draw. Oh no, this can block. Oh no, but okay. We lose to a second darkness generator unless we hit a Culling Strike here. We can rally twice this turn if we can rally twice this turn, guys, we can rally twice this turn. Oh no, we can just pop my LeBlanc. Oh, this is brutal. Maybe doesn't kill my LeBlanc. If LeBlanc survives, I can rally twice this turn. He just needs to not darkness my LeBlanc. Fuck. We're dealing 7 plus 13. We're still dealing 20, guys. We're still dealing 20 damage here. As long as there isn't a Vengeance, we are still dealing 20 damage. Fuck, dude. Okay, what's our out now? Fuck. Oh, I should have drew. I could have protected my LeBlanc. Okay, I draw a Reckoning and I kill his Vhagar.
The table is set. Now we die.
Oh wait, I have no more Culling Strikes. Okay, I need to top deck a Reckoning in order to win this game. He main decks it. I said Crumble earlier this game, but he actually main decks it. Oh, what? He played 2 Mark of the Isles and then he main decks Crumble. Alright, so that's going to be it for the games. I think the deck performed just about how I expected it to. There's some games where I was going to be weak into aggro, and kind of sucks when you're running, 2 1-drops, 3 2-drops that can't even block, and then, 3 1 health 2-drops. You're definitely very weak into the aggro matchups, but when you get to that slower stuff, the mid-range stuff, the control stuff, there is an ability to outgrind and sort of outpace those decks. So, because aggro right now is relatively underrepresented, I think you can get away with playing this deck on ladder if you want to reminisce in the olden times of this deck. But overall, I think it does pretty well. Having the freezes is really good against the Papercraft Dragon decks. And I think I was relatively surprised by how well I did with this deck overall. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow again. So peace out, guys. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, guys. Take care.